Heavens on the Go, Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. Topic: Obey God's instructions. Memory verse: Proverbs 8:10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Bible reading: 2 Kings 5:1-14. Now Naaman, captain of the host of the king of Syria, was a great man with his master and honorable, because by him the Lord had given deliverance unto Syria. He was also a mighty man in valor, but he was a leper. And the Syrians had gone out by companies and had brought away captive out of the land of Israel a little maid, and she waited on Naaman's wife. And she said unto her mistress, Would God, my Lord, were with the prophet that is in Samaria, for he would recover him of his leprosy. And one went in and told his Lord, saying, Thus and thus said the maid that is of the land of Israel. And the king of Syria said, Go, and I will send a letter unto the king of Israel. And he departed and took with him 10 talents of silver and 6,000 pieces of gold and 10 changes of raiment. And he brought the letter to the king of Israel, saying, Now, when this letter is come unto thee, behold, I have therewith sent Naaman my servant to thee, that thou mayest recover him of his leprosy. And it came to pass, when the king of Israel had read the letter, that he rent his clothes and said, Am I God to kill and to make alive, that this man doth send unto me to recover a man of his leprosy? Wherefore consider, I pray you, and see how he seeketh a quarrel against me. And it was so, when Elisha the man of God had heard that the king of Israel had rent his clothes, that he sent to the king, saying, Wherefore hast thou rent thy clothes? Let him come now to me, and he shall know that there is a prophet in Israel. So Naaman came with his horses and with his chariot, and stood at the door of the house of Elisha. And Elisha sent a messenger unto him, saying, Go and wash in Jordan 7 times, and thy flesh shall come again to thee, and thou shalt be clean. But Naaman was wroth, and went away, and said, Behold, I thought he will surely come out to me, and stand, and call on the name of the Lord his God, and strike his hand over the place, and recover the leper. Are not Abana and Pharpar, rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? May I not wash in them, and be clean? So he turned and went away in a rage. And his servants came near and spake unto him, and said, My father, if the prophet had bid thee do some great thing, wouldest thou not have done it? How much rather then, when he saith to thee, Wash and be clean? Then went he down and dipped himself 7 times in Jordan, according to the saying of the man of God. And his flesh came again like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. The message. In 2 Kings 4:1-7, the widow of one of the sons of the prophets was in debt, and the creditors told her that they would take her children as slaves if she failed to pay the debt. She ran to Elisha for help, and the man of God gave her instructions that seemed foolish. He told her to borrow many empty vessels from her neighbors and pour from the little bottle of oil she had into them. Miraculously, all the empty vessels were filled with oil. A lot of times, God's instructions might seem not to make sense, but if you can just obey them, you will experience a miracle. Many years ago, the General Superintendent of the RCCG, my father in the Lord, Pa Josiah Akindayomi, told all the church workers at a meeting that the church had a great need that must be met by the following week. He added that all the workers should close their accounts and bring the money in them to church the next Sunday. My wife and I obeyed. We closed our savings accounts and took the money to church. The following Sunday, Papa said that the need had been met and asked how many people had closed their accounts. I and my wife raised our hands, but when I looked around, no other hands were raised. I began to think to myself, it seems I have run mad in the name of religion. Then I heard God say, Son, you are not mad. I am setting you up so that when I take you to the height I planned to take you, nobody will be able to accuse me of being partial. It is usually not convenient to obey God's instructions. However, if you dare to obey, you will enjoy unusual results. In today's Bible reading, Naaman the Syrian went to Elisha expecting a miracle. He expected the prophet to come outside and lay hands on him, but Elisha sent a messenger to him with a simple instruction: go to River Jordan and bath 7 times. As long as he kept arguing with that instruction, he remained a leper. However, the moment he obeyed the instruction, he was healed and his flesh became like that of a little child. Beloved, God is always willing to give you a miracle, but you must obey his instructions even when they seem foolish. Key point: obedience to God's instruction births tremendous miracles and breakthroughs. Bible reading in 1 year, Isaiah 4 to 8. Hymn for today: When We Walk with the Lord. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.